All right, so we're recording. Um, I'm. This is kind of the rough pencil layer. I'm doing dialogue for the comic at this point because usually I haven't sized the drawings correctly, and I want to make sure that I get the right size for the text and the pictures to sort of cohabitate the same area. And we can see at this point, whoops, he's out of his, I don't know if you can see him over here. Gallows is out of the sling, but he's still got some of the bandaging. He's healing up from this magical healing charm. And what's going on is, this is the hand they came in on the last issue. And she's saying, this is the problem right here, is this hand. And both Rabbit Fighter and Gallows have fought these exact other robots too, and so they're going to make mention of this. Gallows is going to open up the hand because he knows where the battery compartment is, and there's a scene where he's taking it out, but the Argentite is kind of like kryptonite to Iseult, and it one of the unique features of Arcadia, established way back in Iseult #1, is that this is one of the places where the werewolves can control their transformations because there's no moon. So this is kind of like kryptonite to them. It actually forces them to change and puts them in this sort of savage mode, this berserker mode. So whenever Gallows removes the battery, she has an involuntary reaction to it. And this is world building, and we're doing some storytelling here. This is not the whole point of the comic. We're gonna, by the next page, she'll have. Well, we'll see what happens. Anyways, those square robots, and I'm making up the dialogue, just so you know. They're all powered by the same thing. Same thing. Um, 10. 10 is the point size I'm taking for the text. I think it's maybe just the hand. And actually, I think I want to set this up. Don't want to go over 5 lines, so let's put this right here. So already I can tell I'm going to have to make the image smaller so I can fit more of it in. I should also set up a narrative box. Outside. First came through. Through. A graveyard of Scourge bots. I'm a little worried about this. This might be a long sentence. Let's put it at 10 first. We might end up moving it down to 9. Oh, it's still 4. It's still 4 lines. Okay, so that's going to be this line. This line will be here. This line will be here. I want to think of another word. I said deactivated. We're decontaminated. The Scourge here were decontaminated by a friend from off Shard. Alright, we got 4. We're getting to the point of it being kind of wordy. So we don't get in. We'll give this to her line right here. That's likely cleanse this place through a massive flame strike. So now we have our stakes kind of set up for why we have to do this thing. You're in luck. Let's use this as another speech bubble. We want to make sure that, so Argentite has the word silver in it. This is the silver vulnerability of werewolves. So hang on, whoops. 10. So while you're in luck, I'm pretty sure the problem is right here. Nope, I've missed. Problem is right here. There it is. We'll do ... and there it is. Thoroughly corroded. Argentine, no, Argentite. And he's gonna make a joke like, what do we have to do? Throw this in a volcano? Let's see, 10. Oops, come on now. Select 10. And then Isolt's reaction is the fumes. I'm gonna make this one smaller at a 9. Cliffhanger ending panel. By the way, that's not a speech bubble, that's going to be a thought bubble. And we just have one line there. Okay. Now, when you've gotten to this point, you realize suddenly I haven't left enough room for the art. Now we got to make some adjustments. So let's get back into the art layer. We're going to use the rectangle tool. Panel by panel. Whoops. Make sure it's on uniform. Even distorted a little bit. Oops. I'm just trying to get a compositional overlay here of what are the rule of 3. What are the focal points? And one of those focal points, I'm just slightly off with this guy, so we're going to try and adjust him. Whoops. So we could move him here or here. Might be a better idea to move him here. This is good too because it gives us a chance to, if we're looking at him from behind, That's his left shoulder. That's his left shoulder. Okay, cool. That's working out. We could probably fit some trees in or some things over here to fill out the scene. Some of these other robots. You probably can't tell they're robots. Let me show you a little bit about these other robots. I've been using the other robots in these stories for a long time. It goes all the way back to Rabbit Fighter number 1, which I don't know if I even have on here anymore. But okay, let's take a look at Isolde. Well, come on, where's Isolde? This is Isolde number 1. So unfortunately, I've moved a lot of the stuff. It says mini comic stack. It's not this one either. I've been using these robots for a while, though. Well, it's definitely in this comic too. There's only one in this comic, and there it is. They're kind of like these square robots with an eye. So the question becomes, what happened to the old ones? I think I might have moved them. Well, anyways, those square robots, they're throughout all of my comics. Touch on them, and they all go back to this one guy that had control of the different shards, and he would use those to sort of clear people out. They're called the Scourge. And in the case of Isolde, oops, that's the same problem here. Let me fix this one. In the case of Isolde, they actually cleaned out her home shard, which was not Arcadia. Although she is an Arcadian. She's from a secret bloodline of werewolves. When they awakened her werewolf powers, they had to send her to Arcadia to learn how to control them. And so then it was a matter of this guy destroying the shard control mechanism of the guy who created all these robots, which was Gallows. But he's been lost in space along with Rabbit Fighter ever since then. So their destinies are kind of intertwined. All right. 10. Okay, that looks like it works. This one already looks like it works. This one is about sized right. This one's got a problem. You can see I've got the text up here at the top, but her head is... she's meant to be in the background. And that's too bad, because I feel like I almost got a great... layout here. I like the size and everything on it. I got a couple of choices. One choice, move everybody down. It almost kind of works, but it doesn't show the thing up here. Choice number 2. That actually kind of works. So we're distorting it a little bit, but we'll be able to recover some of this. And this one is more like a thought bubble, you know. And then this one, I know I haven't really finished her. She's going to feel herself starting to change into a werewolf, and she's got to get control of it right away. The reason it's having this effect is actually because the battery is corroded, right? So the fumes are affected. It's like if this were kryptonite, right? If the kryptonite was encased in lead, we'd be okay. In this case, lead containment is broken. So I think that's it. I think that's all we need to do. So now we have a completed page of pencils. Well, I say completed page. A completed page of roughs. Just roughs. All the dialogue's in place. There's still definitely some drawing that has to be done. Whoops. And we'll get this underway. I still see we have a couple more minutes. I'm gonna just real quick. No, not you. Not you. I'm just gonna do some pencil borders, some panel borders. Layer 1. We throw our panel borders down. We can feel good about ourselves all weekend long. If I get the right line weight. Come on, man. Switch layers and I went too thin. Line weights are super important. That's too low. We can move it up. All right. Well, it's just a matter of strategic erasing. There we go. Panel number 1. The entire purpose of our existence is about making this comic easy to understand, easy to follow, easy to read, and deliver the storytelling. So you don't have to go nuts with crazy panel layouts or anything confusing. So the readers know what's going on. And you can't go wrong. All right. Looking good. Let's test it. We're going to pull off the whole thing. Make sure the text isn't going over the edge. All right. Actually, it's looking pretty good. Please like, follow, and subscribe. By the next one, we will be finished with this. Oh, for those of you who are wondering, I did finish page 2. There it is. And it's coming up pretty good. I really like this technique with the overlapping halftones. It gives it almost kind of an ink wash effect, which is lovely. I think it looks good. So I want to continue along this vein. And we'll see what comes out. All right. Talk to you later.